Good afternoon, this is Chris from the GetYourRockOut website. I'm conducting an interview with Norwegian band Djerv just prior to the show with Ministry. Welcome to Manchester. Is this your first time in the city?
Thank you, yeah. It's our first time here.
Okay, well, for the benefit of those who are unfamiliar with the band so far, can you tell us a little bit about how the band came together and how you shaped your musical direction?
Yeah, it was me and Erland. We had our previous bands, Stormguard and Animal Alpha, disbanded at approximately on the same time, and we figured we wanted to start a band together. And we knew of different guitar players, but we called them Stian and asked if he wanted to join us in a band, and he wanted. So for 3 years now we've been a three-piece act from
Right. Well, for many people in the UK and Ireland, their first exposure to the band is on this tour with Ministry. So can you tell us how you came to be on the tour and how has the response been from the fans so far?
It was our booking agent who proposed, we were looking around for different tours to go on, and he asked us if we would be interested in playing with Ministry, and of course we would. For me, it was one of my great first musical moments back when I was 16, the first time I went to a big festival. It was Ministry, Slayer and Fear Factory playing at the time. It won the Filth Pig Tour of Ministry, so it was like a defining rock moment for me. So when the opportunity came along, we said of course yeah, we would like to be on it. Then they introduced our band to Ministry, and luckily for us they would like to have us come along on the tour. And so far it's been very nice. The UK audience has been really good to us, and it's a very nice experience.
Brilliant. Well, you have a debut album out which has been highly acclaimed across Europe. I mean, I've read many 8 out of 10 or better reviews from some of Europe's best magazines, and I believe that you also cracked the top 10 in Norway. I mean, has this album exceeded your expectations so far?
Yeah, it was very overwhelming to get all those good reviews, and it was very nice because it's nice to know when people understands your thoughts around things, and also we heard that the album is album you have to listen to several times, and that's a good thing, I think.
It's I think it has exceeded our expectations. You know, when you do something creatively, it's really hard to know how it will be received. You just do whatever you feel is right at the moment. And when we got the feedback that we got, we were just very happy about it. And we've just been touring since. Now it's about the live thing, you know, and going out, meeting people, playing to them, trying to turn on new fans, and now we're enjoying that part of the cycle, so to speak.
Yeah. Now, one thing that caught my attention as well is that your album, I believe, was engineered by Daniel Bergstrand, and you've also had Matt Hyde collaborate on the record. Now, given those guys have worked with bands like Sugar, In Flames and Slayer, it's quite an achievement to be able to work with those guys so early in your career. I mean, what caught their eye?
Well, we've had different bands earlier, so we're not new in the business. Both me and Erland had actually worked with Daniel Bergstrand earlier. He did both Stormguard albums, and also I had worked with him in a couple of times before. So it's like you try to find a list of who you want to work with. We were so lucky that the ones we wanted to work with said yes, and had believed in our music and believed that they could do this with us. Same with Matt Hyde. We didn't know him, but we had listened to different albums he had produced. Mixed, and we called up him, and we thought the band was very interesting, so that's cool.
I actually read a quote from him when he said that you were one of the most challenging bands that he's worked with as well, because he didn't have a concrete idea of how to mix the album.
Yeah.
And indeed, when you take a listen to this band for the first time, the one thing that really does stand out is that you don't easily fit into one particular genre. I mean, is that something that's been quite deliberate, or is it just a result of your different influences and backgrounds?
I think it's well. We wanted to make, how do you put it? We didn't want to do what we'd already done before, but still you have to do what you can and try to develop it, you know. So that's what we did. With Djerv, we tried to come up with different things that we hadn't done before, still doing what you know.
Trying to keep what was best about the bands that we already had, or from our background, and bring in some new twist, and it came out different than anything either of us had done before. As you say, a lot of people think it's hard to place the band, which I personally think is very good. It means that there's something different about it, and it's always good that when there's something new, there's so much music which you easily can put into a box, which also can be very nice. Sometimes you just want to listen to that or that, and it can be very good. But we did try to do something that was at least different from what we had done before, and I think we managed to do that with this album.
So yeah, are you confident that obviously in the long run you will be able to find quite a wide and extensive fan base?
I think at least our music has the potential of a lot of people liking it. Whether they will, I don't know yet, but yeah, if we tour, if we can get the music out there, it seems like the people that we play in front of seem to enjoy it. So if we're able to reach out to them, I hope they will come. I wouldn't say actually from the underground scene, because
it's both. I think both, because in the beginning of both bands, of course there was an underground scene at that point, but as the band developed and the years came by, then it's more. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
The music scene in Norway is so small.
Yeah,
you can't be an underground band, or you can't be a big band. It's just you are what you are, kind of.
So it's very incestuous then.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed also that some of your promo videos for, I believe, Madman and Headstone have been quite popular on YouTube. They really seem to capture the intensity of the songs really well. I mean, have you further plans to make more videos for this album, or are you going to wait until the next one?
I think we should do more. It's fun. we have a friend who we collaborated with on these videos, and we seem to have a great time whenever we make them. We recorded both of them in my offices, actually, at the record label, like in a tiny place. Yeah. And we have a good laugh when we do it, and then we go out drinking, and so I hope we will do more.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, with the diverse range of influences that you've managed to incorporate into your sound, there is a lot of scope for future progression on the next album and beyond. I mean, do you have at this stage any concrete ideas on where you would like to take things?
It will be more rock, less metal, and more rock. And we will definitely try to capture even more the energy of the live performance while we record. Maybe we'll do some stuff live. I think there will be some country influences, you know. Our guitar player, Stian, he's very into his country music. He's a big Tom Petty and AC/DC fan, and he plays the Telecaster, and there will be even less gain on this guitar and more twang and a bit punkish.
Right.
It will be interesting to maybe we still keep. There's not a lot of black metal in our music, but there's some references in here and there, to see how we could combine that with a more rock, punk, country-ish sound.
Well, it sounds like it's really going to be something to look forward to. Well, to wrap things up, we want to thank you very much for taking the time to do the interview. Have you any final words for your fans in Manchester and the rest of the UK?
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I want to thank everybody that's following us, supporting us, and hope people want to come on our shows, check us out, check us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. It's yeah, if you want us to come playing in your living room, we will.
Brilliant. Well, Agneta and Erland, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
For the show tonight.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you.